Hey happy campers! This is a quick video for all of you who are coming to Wildfires really soon, and I'm so excited that we are getting to go away together as a church family. This is specifically for those who couldn't make it to the Zoom call the other night, where I outlined all this information and there was chance for Q&A and questions, and we had a really good time together looking ahead to going away. But I just thought I'd drop this quick video to give you a few insights for those of you who missed it. Firstly to say, it's so exciting that from the youngest to the oldest of us, there's over 60 of us going away together, which is so fun. Some are coming just for a day, some are coming for the whole time, majority are coming for the whole time. But regardless of whether you're just coming for a day or for the whole time, we're going to have such an amazing time together. You know, one of our mission statements is that we want to prioritize the presence of God. And this is going to be such an amazing time over these 4 days to really do that together, to prioritize the presence of God. We're taking time out of our busy lives, out of, kids out of school, and we just get to lean into that, breathing in, breathing out His presence day by day, stepping out of our everyday, and we get to do that side by side together. So that's really fun. So a few practical things I just wanted to let you know, and hopefully this is helpful. So let me run through these. Number one, on the day of arrival, you can't take your car all the way up to your tent. You park it in a car park, and then you have to take all your belongings across the fields to where our village is. Now, I don't know where our village is going to be. At this point in time, they haven't released that information as yet. So the distance may be a fairly long way away, or we might be fairly close. Don't know yet. However, having done this last year, when Ruth and I and the kids went to Wildfires last year, carrying your tent, even if it is a quarter of a mile across the field, is quite a long way to go. We had to go backwards and forwards a few times. So our offering to you is Mervyn and myself, and potentially Mark Hayward as well. We're going to be going up on the Wednesday, so the day before, in the church van, and we're going to take up tents and some other items to the site. Now, we're going to be there to help set up our village area. I'll explain more about the village in a moment. But with the great thing of that is we can then pack the van and drop it right outside the village marquee, which will be such a blessing. So if you want to do that, bring your tent to church the Sunday before we go, or through till the Tuesday afternoon. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we'll be loading the van with the tents and other items on the Wednesday morning, and we'll be leaving probably around about 10:30, 11 o'clock. If you are available on Wednesday morning and you want to drop your tent down Wednesday morning, or help us to load the van on Wednesday morning, that is amazing. But we'll be shutting up the van probably about 10 o'clock to then get on the road up to Wildfires. So that's number one. Number two is about the village. So there's I think it's about 6,000, 7,000 odd people gathering for Wildfires this year. They're fully anticipating it's going to be sold out, which is incredible. And just the sea of tents in that space is amazing. Most people go in the general camping area. However, we are joining in with our friends from 24/7 Prayer. This is a network, a family of churches that we as leaders have been getting to know over the last few years. And we're going to be going into a village area which is designated for those part of the 24/7 Prayer family. And this will be made up of, at this point in time, it's about 4 or 5 churches, mainly from around the south coast. And we're going to be sharing a village marquee. We'll be sharing meals together. I'll make mention of meals in a moment. And we'll all be in one large camping area designated for ourselves. And within that, we'll have our own little area where those of us who are from Hope Church will be gathering in that area. But then we'll be sharing the larger marquee. The marquee, I think, seats about 100, 150 people. And that will be a communal space that we can all share and enjoy alongside our friends from other churches. But in that space, there'll be a number of things that we get to enjoy the use of. So number one, it'll be a dry space if it's raining. There'll be tables and chairs set out where we can sit around the tables together and share meals together. There'll be phone charging in there. So for those of you who can't live without your phone, there'll be an opportunity to plug in your phone and charge it there. Just be aware that the signal on the site isn't great. Number three, is there'll be tea and coffee on tap. which again, fantastic. You're not need to go and boil water it's just going to be on tap. There'll be big urns there. Squash as well, and water on tap in the area there. And then there's an opportunity for us to sign up for meals. And I'll put the link alongside this in the email. So you can you can sign up as a family for meals that will include breakfast in the morning and then a dinner in the evening. Lunch is on you to sort out for yourselves, however you want to do that. There's multiple food trucks and cafes on site, or you can bring snacks and other things to help you go through the day. But that is your responsibility. You might want to join up with some others who are part of our group who are going to share lunches together. But again, we're not centralizing that. But the plan is, if you want to sign up for breakfast and dinner, you can totally avail of that plan. It saves you taking all the stuff that's needed for cooking and all that kind of stuff. And it's a really good way for us to communally join in and take time together around meals. So that's another thing. The final thing, I guess, just to throw in is if you are coming as part of Hope Church, there's ways that you can join in with village life that would be really beneficial for all of us from Hope, but also from other churches. So that's things like joining the hospitality team to top up the tea and coffee. You might just have to serve for 1 hour during the whole time. You'd be put on a rota. Nice and easy, chance to do this alongside other people. If you're signing up for meals, you might sign up to join the catering team. Again, that might just be, you don't need to do the cooking. Everything's going to be pre-cooked, and there'll be large fridges and freezers there in our tent for us to look after that stuff. But it will be serving up the food, being a happy smiley face to serve up food to people as they're coming through the line to receive their meal on that evening. Or it might be things like in the evening times, there's going to be a big fire pit where we can gather around, sat on hay bales at the end of the night. So that might be that you're there to make hot chocolates or supply biscuits and marshmallows for those sat around the fire and just keeping the fire lit in the evening. So that might be something that you're interested in joining in with. It will take all of us who are part of the village to just make village life the best it can be. Keeping the place nice and tidy and clean, that's something that we can all play a role in. A few questions that were asked last night in the Zoom call. Number one, can we bring glass to the site? No, we can't take glass. So any cups that you've got, please make sure they're plastic. It's just for safety. Is the site dry? No. You can bring alcohol. However, let's be sensible with what we're bringing and be sensible with what we're drinking. Not only are we representatives of Hope Church, but more than that, we're representatives of Christ. So let's just be sensible with what we're doing. And then the other thing that was asked was, scooters and bikes and those types of things, they can't be brought onto site. Part of that is because we're in a big field and it's likely to get muddy. And so it's not particularly the easiest place to go around on scooters and bikes. So I'd recommend bringing some shoes that you don't mind getting muddy. The other question that was asked was, are there showers? Yes, there are showers. There are queues for them at different times in the day. So just you need to pick your moment. And yes, there are toilets, but be aware they are all portaloos. I'd recommend bringing hand sanitizer with you. That's just a really simple thing to bring with you. The other thing is when you arrive on site, you'll park up your car. You then need to go to the registration tent, where you'll get your wristband and a program. You'll then say that you're part of the 24/7 prayer village, and you'll be directed as to where that's going to go. We will set up the flags that we have outside of church, which say Hope Church on the purple banner, purple, I can't remember, one of the colours, and they'll be set up in our area, so you hopefully should be able to see them, but just be aware it's obviously going to be a sea of tents, so it might be a little bit of trying to figure it out where to go, but certainly if you know where the 24/7 prayer village is, you'll then get to our village, and in our village there'll then be registration in the village to say that you've arrived. Hopefully there'll be a representative from Hope Church around that area who can then again get you registered into the village. And especially if you've signed up for food, you'll get a wristband which shows that you are getting food. So you'll need to get hold of that as well. And then the other thing is, for those of you who've got kids, you'll then need to, once you'll have time in the afternoon, but you'll need to go and find where the kids' villages are, where all the kids' venues are going to be for different ages. And you need to go there and register your kids. Hopefully you've done it already online. You've done the pre-registration form. Everybody needs to do that. If you've got kids, you need to do that beforehand. However, you then need to go to the site, register your kids, and then at that point you can then give different names of people who will be the delegated people who can pick up and drop off your kids on the different days. It's slightly different for youth, but again, when we get to the site, you can find out all that information and where you need to go and all that kind of stuff. And the kids will get a different wristband, which again has different information on it specifically for the kids. But once you're on site, all of that will be nice and clear, and we'll get all of that stuff done. We'll have dinner, and then I'll be off to the main meeting in the evening. And that will be the flow of the day. There'll be a morning meeting. There's a first thing in the morning. There's different things available. There's a Lectio 365, which is live with the team from Lectio. If you do that, it's fantastic. I went to it last year. It's like 7:30 in the morning. There's then an all-age family gathering at 9:30 with the team from Worship for Everyone, which again is just an absolute joy, which the kids loved last year. And then it's into the main gathering. So the kids will get dropped off at their venues and we'll gather together in the big top for worship and teaching in the morning. Afternoon, there's lots of time together. There's different seminars to go to. And then in the evening, there's the big top session again, kids off to their groups. And then there's after hours stuff. There's late night worship that goes on late into the night. There's the cafes open. There's different fun activities around the place to do. Or we just go back to our site and we spend time sat around the fire together, sharing stories of what God's doing and just getting to know each other better. It's going to be a fantastic time. I'm so glad you're coming, and I can't wait to get to know you, loads of you better over these next couple of days as we spend time at Wildfires together. Any questions, do drop me a message. But as I say, hopefully all this information is helpful for you as we make our way to Wildfires. It's going to be great. God bless you. Hope that's helpful. See you soon.